Hey guys, welcome to our Ambassador 101 training. We're so excited to be sharing a bunch of tips with you guys tonight. We've had a lot of new people join the team the last couple months, and we just want to go through some stuff with you. I know it can be very overwhelming when you first join. I know when I first joined, I remember hitting that button to process my welcome pack and being like, okay, what did I get myself into? So we just kind of wanted to go through some points with you. Hopefully your upline has shared a lot of this with you already. If you have someone in your downline who is new and you haven't shared this already, this would be a great place to start. Make sure you're going through a lot of this information with them yourself. They joined under you for a reason because they trust you and they trust your guidance. And you don't ever want someone to join your team and then just leave them hanging. So if you don't know how to train your team, then this is a great place for you to start as well. So we're going to start with something really simple, just welcoming people to the team page. I know it's really fun. Again, I remember when I first joined and Rebecca did my welcome graphic, and I was so surprised. I wasn't expecting it at all. But it was so fun to all of a sudden have that team excitement. And even if someone just joins just for the wholesale price, it's still really a good idea to do a welcome on the team page just so they realize that they're not in this alone, that they're not the only ones on the products, that they have a whole team supporting them no matter what their goals are. If their goals are just to be a wholesale customer, if their goals are to work the business, it's still a great idea to welcome them and let them see how many of us care about them and are encouraging them and supporting them on their journey. So I'm going to pull up the slideshow hopefully here and we will get started. Yay, and I'm not seeing it. So we may just be talking. Try it one more time. Alrighty, well, we will post the slideshow in the comments afterwards. Andrea is going to go to our next point. So, Andrea, you can go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to start by talking about our Success Guide. It is also called our 30-day quick start success guide. I do have mine here, so there's my slideshow.
Yay!
In the Our Plexus Dream Team page, in the files section, it says 30-day quick start guide. The purpose of this guide is for you as a leader to help train your new level ones. Don't just tag them in a post for it. Make sure they're local level one for you. Make sure you're printing it out. You're meeting them for coffee or meeting them at their house or your house or whatever. And you're going over it with them. You're writing notes. You're highlighting things. You're making it very personal and you're using it. As a leader, you need to be using this as well. Brittany and I put this together with everything that you need, to start with your first week, start with your Facebook launch post, start with, emailing prospects. Everything that you need is in here. So use it. It's an excellent tool. Like I said, it's in the Our Plexus Dream Team page, in the file section. So you'll find it there, and make sure you're going over it with people. If they're not a local, make sure you're calling them and going over it with them that way. That's the Success Guide.
Yeah, another thing that you want to make sure you're informing your new ambassadors of are what the products are. And I know we have 15 products, and I know it can be kind of overwhelming at first to learn all of them. Make sure they know they don't have to learn them all right away. There's a learning curve. They can go ahead and start sharing right away. And if someone asks them a question that they don't know, it's totally fine to say, I just started this myself. Let me check the answer and I will get back to you. I don't want to give you incorrect information. And there's lots of resources where they can go. They should be able to come to you because hopefully by now, if you have an ambassador, you know something about the products. But if you're new yourself, then go to the upline above you and have them help you with the products. There's a lot of resources for finding out about the products, just basic information. You can go just to your website on the main page and scroll down and click products. There's product overview, there's the ingredients list. They're all right there on your website. If you want something a lot more detailed on the team page, the Our Dream Team page, we have a file section where we've put together, it's a very detailed description of each of the products. Really great to print out, really great to read through, highlight points, like Andrea's saying, write different notes, things like that, that will help you remember. Again, you don't have to know every product at once, but you'll have that as a great reference guide going forward. And after the video, when we post on the page, I'll post in the comments a picture that shows you like the name of it and how to find it on the team page. But that's a really great place to start as well. And there's YouTube videos. Jennifer Pickett has a good video, and I think Andrea is going to talk to you a little bit about where to find all of those.
Okay, so next we're going to talk a little bit about videos and the tools. We're particularly going to talk about one video, the gut health video. What you want to do is go to YouTube in the search bar. This one you'll just type in gut health video. Brittany made this video for us, and I use it. Like anybody that messages me and says, you know, what is Plexus, or okay, I'm dealing with this issue, you know, what can I, you know, what product should I take? I used to, before Brittany made this video, I used to always sit there for, you know, 5 minutes and type out, you know, everything about Candida and how it links to gut health and all these health issues. Now I just send them that link and they watch that. So much of what we do with Plexus is linked to gut health. So you need to watch that video as an ambassador, and you need to know where it's at to be sending it to your customers and to your new ambassadors. Make sure you're educating them on gut health as well. You know, and like Brittany said, there's just so many videos on YouTube as well that are so educational. You know, there's so many tools that you can use. I know Ame Darling is a really good one for product information as well. So that's videos.
Yep. And another thing we get asked a lot are about testimonials. So-and-so messaged me and said they have this, you know, what products they need, what information can I send them? Like Andrea said, the number one thing to send people is the gut health video because it explains the source of a lot of their problems. But another thing that's great to send people that ask you questions when you know specifically what their health concerns are. And if they haven't told you, always ask. That way you know what to recommend and you know what testimonials to look for. But if you go on Facebook, on your main news feed, at the very top, there's a little box, like a little search box, and just type in Plexus diabetes or Plexus eczema or whatever it is you're looking for, and all the testimonials will come up that have been posted publicly on Facebook. So you can scroll through and find testimonial after testimonial. You can copy and paste them to people. There's a lot of video testimonials there you can send to people. You can do screenshots depending on what phone you have. So a lot of different ways to send people testimonials that way. Also on the team page, if you go to the photo album section, there's a lot of testimonials there, and a lot of them are categorized. PCOS, fibromyalgia, things like that. So you can find a lot of testimonials in the photo section on the team page if you're looking for something and for some reason you couldn't find it on the main Facebook page, although that's where I always start. Go ahead, Andrea.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about a little bit of a lengthier one here, but this is one that we are always asked about, the comp plan. I can tell you right off the bat that if you've joined Plexus, you've done a good thing because the comp plan is second to none. So we're going to go over just a few things, mostly adding to your team and building your team. So we'll start with pay points. Pay points are given to us as a like profit sharing program, and we are given points for each active ambassador in our downline. So anybody that joins your team and that has 100 PV for a month in your levels 1 to 3, you are given 5 points for them. So if you're a silver ambassador with 3 level 1s under you, each of them have 100 PV going through their website, at least that, you're going to have 15 points at the end of the month. Now those points are paid to us at the end of each month. Well, I guess the 15th of each month, but they're calculated at the end of the month. And it's dependent on the entire pay scale of the company. But then it goes down whenever you start adding your levels on your downline. Your level 4s are worth 4 points. Levels 5 are worth 3 points. 6 is worth 2, and 7 is worth 1. You are paid 7 levels down, which is really cool. So at the end of the month, you'll have all those points as you start adding your team. So what do the points mean? What are they going to do for us? Whenever you start advancing as an ambassador through the ranks, that's where the points really come in and where you can get really excited about your points. If you see, like, at the end of the month, everybody's point stocking, this is why. As a silver ambassador, all that you need to be a silver ambassador is, like I said, you have to have 3 qualified level 1s underneath you. And to be a qualified ambassador, they have to have their backup on, and they have to have 100 PV go through their back office. That's all they need. And then once you get 3 of them qualified, you're now a silver ambassador. So to go gold, which is your next level, you need those 3 qualified ambassadors, and you also need 100 points. So that's going to be an average of about 20 people on your team in your downline that is qualified, that backup orders on, they have 100 PV. Once you get points, you're going to go gold, and you're going to get a nice $250 bonus. And then you're going to keep going up. Once you get gold, then you're going to really start building that momentum. Your team's going to start growing. To go senior gold, you need 250 points. To go ruby, you need 500 points. Senior ruby is 750 points. Emerald is 1,500 points, which we all know Brittany hit that last month, so we know how many points she has. Sapphire is 3,000 points, and diamond is 4,500 points. Now, I know that sounds like a crazy number, but you start thinking about gold. You have 20 people under you that are working their team, or that have, you know, those 5 points, and so you're starting to build momentum. I love what they say about if you can go gold, you can get the whole way to diamond because you have your team built. So don't get freaked out about those points numbers. You can do it. So then we're going to talk about the power of 3. How do you get those points? The power of 3 is your duplication. So whenever you add a level 1 underneath you, your job is then to teach them to add 3 to their team to go silver. And once you teach them to go silver, they're teaching their 3. So your power of 3, you're just going to keep building 3. You're going to teach everybody to build 3 and keep going that way. And that is how you're going to duplicate. That's how you're going to add those points and how you're going to advance through the ranks of Plexus.
And with the power of 3 too, I'll add, if you, like, you're at the top and you just get your 3 people to silver, you know, so you're silver, and then those people just get 3, and those people just get 3, and those people just get 3, all the way 7 levels down, because like Andrea said, we get paid 7 levels. Those are over, it's almost 5,000 pay points. That's actually, she said 4,500 to go diamonds, and it's 4,800 just from you getting 3 and them getting 3 and them getting 3. So you don't have to think you have to have this ginormous team or you have to recruit hundreds of people. If you just get 3 and they all get 3, that's 4,800 points, which at $3 a point, that's almost $15,000 a month just from 3, each person just getting 3 people. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't think you have to have this ginormous team. If everyone just gets 3, I mean, you already have enough points for $15,000 a month, which is pretty crazy. So again, don't let those points, like you said, overwhelm you. It's totally, totally doable. So one thing I'm going to talk about are 3-way calls. We do a lot of these. I actually didn't do them hardly at all my first year. I didn't really, I'm very much an introvert by nature, so it was very out of my comfort zone to do them. But at convention last year, it's one thing that they talked about and they stressed, and I remember hearing a lot of the leaders say that they did. So it was something that I wanted to start doing myself. And I've seen a 180-degree turn in my team since I've started to do them. So what are 3-way calls? Well, they're calls a lot like this, where like it would be me and Andrea and her new ambassador. We all get on a call together and we just walk them through the success plan. I know she was talking about how, you know, get together with your new ambassador to go through it with them. But if it's someone out of state, we'll get them on these calls and we'll go through it with them on a call like this. We'll talk to them about the compensation plan so we can explain it to them. We'll share with them a little bit about our journeys. It just really helps the new ambassador to not feel quite so overwhelmed, to know that they have good team support. It helps to build their belief right away and get their excitement up right away. We can answer their questions. It just really gets them off on the right foot. I recommend if you can get them on a three-way call in their first 7 days, that's the best thing, because that's going to help them, get excited and get their, questions answered before they get too overwhelmed. That way, they realize that you're there for them. And I even recommend if someone just joins just to be a wholesale customer, go ahead and say, let's get on a three-way call anyway. I know you just want the discount. That's totally fine. But we can answer questions about the back office. We can show you how to place your orders. We can answer any product questions that you have about the products that you ordered, or anything that interested or might want to order in the future. And I'll even say, I'm going to go through the compensation plan. I know you may never need it, but if you ever place an order that's over $100, you're going to make commission on your own order anyway. So I'm just going to explain it to you just in case you need to know it. And I'll go through the compensation plan and that power free like we talked about, because you never know who might be like, I didn't realize how easy it was to make money with this, and how much I might be able to help people. So it's always a good idea just to offer that. They may want to do it right away, they may not. But it's going to help them, even if they decide just to remain a wholesale customer, to know that they have you, to help them to know their way around the back office, things like that. So those I definitely recommend doing as quickly as you can with the new ambassador. And if you have ambassadors on your team now and have never done those before, I would definitely recommend reaching out to them and getting them set up as soon as you can. Even if they've been on your team for a while and you haven't, for whatever reason, got that set up yet, reach out to them and see if you can get that set up so you can help them restart their business, re-energize their business, and just really hit the ground running again.
Okay, so I'm going to talk next about why and having goals set. What is the purpose of this? And whenever we were talking about the success guide, there's actually a page in there to write down your why and write down your goals. Having a why in mind and having goals set is a great way to remain focused and a great way to stay, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just on track, maybe?
Yeah, but to stay on track with getting through, any tough times that you might have, if suddenly you're getting a bunch of no's from people, knowing that you have that why in front of you is going to keep you motivated. So write out your why. For example, my why is that we want my husband to be able to quit his job, and so that we can build a house someday. So that's my why. That's my motivation. That's what gets me through any sticky times. That's what makes me want to keep reaching out to people. That's my why. And then goals. It helps to have small goals like weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. Just write it down as a goal, but you want to put a plan to that goal. If you're silver now and your goal is to go gold, you need to write down, okay, so I have this many points. I need 100 points to go gold. How many ambassadors does that mean? When do I want to go gold? Write it down as a plan. Make it attainable, but also make it challenging too, because it is so fun, to say, I didn't know that I did, and it's done. And if I can do that, I can push harder for this goal. So make sure you write out your why. Make sure you take the time to write down your goals, and make sure you put a plan to those goals too. Make it kind of like a to-do list. Just talking about having goals, and it's your to-do list. Every day you wake up and you say, I want to get this and this and this done today. Well, there's your goals. There's your plans for the day. So do the same thing with your Plexus business. Make it a to-do list.
Yeah. And your why can change too as you go along. My why when I started was to get healthier and to get the products, if I got a few customers, to get my products covered, and then that's changed into this whole big thing I never expected. So if your why does change, make sure you're changing, writing that down and updating your why as you go along and as you meet those goals. Another thing that's in the success plan is a list of place where you can write a list of potentials. I definitely recommend going through and go through your Facebook list and everybody you can think of who might need the products or who might be interested in the business. Go ahead and write them down. You'll be surprised the people that come to mind. Or, I know so and so's mom has this, or their brother has that, and you'll write them all down as you think of them. For me, when I first started, I kind of kept in my head like a list of people I thought of or was thinking of, but then I never would do anything about it because I would forget or I'd be busy. But writing that list out and having it in front of me, then one of my goals would be, every day I'm going to reach out to 3 of these people on the list. And then I'm always adding to the list as well. So that's really helped me in moving forward, and I will keep track of who I contacted, what was said, what they were interested in. That way I know later to go back and I need to follow up with this person because they said they might be interested in Slim because they just got diagnosed as pre-diabetic. That way I can remember to go back and follow up with that person later to see if they have any more questions or if they have thought about it anymore. So just having those list of potentials written down will really make a big difference.
Responding on Facebook. It can be nerve-wracking to put yourself out there and start posting on Facebook, especially if you feel like you don't know enough about the products. And first, let me say, you have a team and a Plexus family, and don't worry about not knowing enough. Like Brittany said earlier, just tell the people, you will find the answer to that question for them. So as you're responding to messages on Facebook, if someone asks you, what is Plexus? First of all, I highly recommend private messaging people. So you could private message them from there and say, I'll PM you. And then give them, just Plexus is a health and wellness company with supplements that are regulating blood sugars, reducing inflammation, improving gut health. Is there a health issue, that you're concerned about, or are you interested in weight loss? Always answer or always end with a question. That way it puts the ball in their court, and so they have to keep coming back to you. If they ask you, how much is it? We are not allowed to post prices on our Facebook walls, so most definitely say I'll PM you there. Make sure that you're not, if they ask you how much is it, don't just say, well, retail is this, preferred is this, and wholesale is this. Make sure you're finding out, about their health concern or about their weight loss goals. Make sure you're telling them, you're giving them the gut health video, and you're telling them, why the products are so great. Why is our probiotic better than a probiotic that they'll just buy over the counter? Give the products value first. And then you want to make sure before you give them the prices, ask them if they're interested in sharing, or, ask them if they have even 2 or 3 people that they know of who could benefit from the products. Because at that point, you're going to want to give them the wholesale cost, because you know that they're going to be able to get people on board to help pay for their products. And then if they ask you, for your website, make sure you're private messaging your website. If we are posting, graphics, and then we put our website under there, it looks like we're salespeople and we're just out to get an order. And Plexus is about so much more than that. We're here to help people, and we're hope dealers. And so you want to make sure that you're private messaging people with your website, with the cost, and with answering any of their questions. Just make it completely personal and build a relationship with people.
So last thing, we're going to talk about our good Facebook posts. And I will, when we post the link to this probably tomorrow on the team page, I'll post some screenshots below of some good first posts that I've seen, some debut Plexus posts that people have done. You want to make them as personal as possible, as excited as possible. Some people wait until they've been on the products for a while, and they'll, post a picture of them with their pink drink and say, guys, I have just got to share with you what this pink drink has done for me in my life. And then share your testimonial. Or maybe they just joined and they order their welcome packet and they're waiting for their products to arrive. They can say something like, I've got a secret, but I've got to share it because I love you guys so much. I just decided to take the plunge to make, my life better, and I'm on track to better health. And I would love for you guys to join me on this journey. Message me if you want more details. I would love to fill you in on the scoop or something like that. Another thing you can do, and we recommend, are doing launch parties for your new ambassadors. I've done them 2 ways. Historically, I've done week-long launch parties where every day I'll post about a different product. I'll do like the Slim video and then post different things about Slim throughout the day. And the next day I'll post about X Factor and X Factor chewables throughout the day. I've started instead doing power hours where I'll have a new ambassador post on their personal page, I just joined this company, this is what the products have done for me if they've been on them, or if not, I'm starting my journey. If you want to hear more, let me know and I'll add you to the power hour. It's going to be, they're an hour long. We usually do a couple posts leading up, like we'll do the product video and the gut health video. And then it's just 1 hour, one night, where every 5 minutes we do another post. It gets people really interactive and really excited. So those have been really successful too, especially if you're someone who works full time and you don't have time to do the week-long posting throughout the day. So that's another really good option. So if you're going to be doing a launch party, which I 100% recommend, that would work as a first post too, to tell people, if you want to hear more, join my launch party. Just for generally posting on Facebook after you've done your launch party, after you've been an ambassador for a little while, there are so many graphics out there, whether they're cheesy graphics or whether they're informational, where it's like a solid backdrop and there's a picture of the product and all these bullet points about it. And to me, those just look really salesy in your newsfeed. So what I've started doing instead, and what I found to be more effective, I will take a picture of, Mega X on my nightstand with a family picture behind it, where it captures people's attention because they see the family picture and they know it's my house, my nightstand. They say, you know what, this is a product she's not just trying to get me to take, but this is a product that she's taking too. And she's telling me about it because she loves it. It's the same thing as I saw somebody the other day, I guess Chick-fil-A has a new, I don't even know, like coffee flavored milkshake or something, and they posted a picture of that and said, you guys have to try this, it's awesome. Okay, same thing as you taking a picture of your Slim, then you guys have to try this, it's awesome. It's you sharing a product you love with your friends, and they'll appreciate it a lot more knowing that that's your heart, that's where you're coming from. You're telling them about something that you found that you love than just a graphic of Slim with a bunch of bullet points. So that's something to really think about. Make it as personal as you can. Make it as real as you can. Share your testimony. Say what they've done for you. I know some people are really uncomfortable for doing that. It feels very vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. But these are your friends. These are your family. These are the people that you've chosen to be in your newsfeed. So, they're going to appreciate the fact that you are being real with them and you are being honest with them. And it makes all your other posts so much more heartfelt because they see that it's changed your life and that you really are sharing because it's done something for you. So again, make sure you go into every post just trying to be as thoughtful as you can. And I will say too that your non-Plexus posts a lot of times are even more important than your Plexus posts because they're the ones that are going to intrigue people and they're the ones that are going to keep people coming back to your page. You want, as best you can, every time somebody sees your name in their newsfeed, they want to, get excited. What are they posting now? What are they going to post next? So they're actually looking forward to seeing your name and their newsfeed instead of, oh, it's either a Plexus post or something really dramatic or something really negative. So you want to make sure that your non-Plexus posts are as exciting and as engaging as possible. One thing that I've really worked on in the last year was just personal development. Something really stood out to me at convention last year. They had Celeste Quinn on the stage, the first double diamond in the company, and she went diamond in like six or 8 months. I don't remember. It was like super, super fast. And she said she gets asked all the time, how did you build your network so quickly, your team and your network so quickly? And she said, it's easy. I've been building my network for 37 years. And I really thought about what she said. And I have met Celeste in person several times. And every time I've met her, even the first time I met her, and I know she does not remember me, like, when she sees me, because it's so rare and there's so many people that she meets, but every time I've talked to her, she makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, like she is so excited to be talking to you, like it just made her day. And she just has that ability to make everyone feel instantly special and cared about. And that's why people were drawn to her team so quickly, because when she said she loved something, they knew she meant it and they wanted to be a part of whatever it was she was a part of, because they knew that she cared about them. So the more you can show people that you care about them by wishing them happy birthday, if they post a prayer request, message them a few days later and ask how that's going. Truly invest in caring about people. And you can do that. It's so shocking that you can do that through Facebook, but you can, just by little things like that. The more you can make people feel like you care about them, even if they have other people that are selling other products, they're going to want to buy from you before anybody else, because they say she cares about me the most. And I want to order or join the person who cares about me the most, because they're the ones that are going to invest the most in me. So really, it's about developing yourself as a person. And I know sometimes that feels a little bit weird or cheesy, but it's 100% true. The better person you can be, the more people are going to be drawn to you. So if you're posting on Facebook on about how so-and-so made you so angry, or how you can't stand this, or you hate that, people aren't going to be drawn to you. They're going to run. So you really have to make sure, if you are thinking those things, don't post it. Like, think it, call your mom, call your best friend, don't post it on Facebook. Because if you're wondering why no one's reading your Facebook post or no one's contacting you about joining your team, but you aren't trying to be inspiring, you aren't trying to be motivating, and you're not truly caring about people and realizing that, they actually are reading my posts, and if I'm angry all the time, of course they're not going to want to join for me. So really make sure you're putting thought into everything that you post. You represent your own company now, and you have to be the best you can be to build the best team you can. So hopefully these tips were helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, I will be posting this tomorrow, so you can post those questions in the comments below. You can message us if you want to, and I will post all those slides that did not show up. So hopefully they'll be helpful as well. But we hope you guys all have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.